Hey everyone, this is Pasa. I've made two videos before about how to play Talon mid in like Diamond Plat Elo, but this episode we're going to be focusing more on the Plat Elo, Plat 2 to Diamond 4 at the moment. So I hope you guys can take some tips on how to play Swain. Swain is, in my opinion, a pretty difficult champion as he's not really in meta, but not most of the champs I play, I kind of play to cheese. He's still a good champ. He's kind of like a worse of Vlad, but he does have CC, so I don't know. You could argue he's pretty. I got the runes from a Swain one trick. So Swain one trick in, I believe it was Challenge of Vietnam. So he uses Arcane Combat. I thought that was pretty weird, but one thing you have to keep in mind with it is that when you land the E, you have to wait for the comet to hit them and then pull, or else it's gonna like not work. And you'll see what I mean. I'll screw it up. I have a game plan in this game. As you guys can see, they have a Mumu jungle, Renekton top, Orianna mid, Xayah, and Nautilus bot. We have Ezreal Pike bot with obviously Swain mid, Hecarim jungle, and Irelia top. So in terms of scaling, teams are pretty even. Like, it's not like one team is extremely favorable over the other. But obviously Ezreal does beat Xayah at the later stages in the game, which is pretty good for us. But mid-game, they have like a big spike in Ori, Xayah, Renekton, even a Mumu, and Nautilus is always good, obviously. And obviously the next thing is summoners. You have to keep in mind, what to take against who. So I saw that their team had a lot of flat damage. But I was like, okay, there's no way Ori's gonna take, Ignite. There's no, Renekton might have taken Ignite. That was a bit of a risk I took. So I just took Heal, which actually saved me a few times this game. I didn't take Barrier because, Ori's more of a poke you down than kill you rather than just one-shot you. So yeah, that's why I took Heal. Also the speed up's really nice. Phase Rush is also pretty good, but I only take that against like melee champions who are really quick, so like Darius. I guess you can take it against the lower ranged mid laners, like even melee mid laners like Akali, Talon, Zed. But usually against assassins you want to take Klepto or Grasp, but that just depends on your playstyle and preference. Important combo to keep in mind on the Swain mid is that what I just did there was the EW. And this is a bit of a flex play here. I predict their flash. The EW is really important. Your W is a lot stronger than you think it is. It's a slow and it gives you a stack which heals you. And it gives you vision of them. So whenever you land your E, wait for the Arcane Comet if you have it. Look like I do here, and then pull them. I didn't have enough mana for W, so I just didn't W. But while they're snared, W them and then pull them into the snare as well. Which, it's just a good strat to do. So I'm going to grab a back here, as there's a cannon wave. It was just resetting, so this is a free and back. I use my DMAT on the melee minions, and this is more for later in the game when you need to one-shot minions. The front wave really screws you up, so yeah, I always use it on the melee minions. Some people use it to get lanes going faster by killing the siege, but I think on Swain you should try to freeze it as much as possible under your tower or whatever, especially with a jungle like Hecarim, who's high CC and you can pull them in off his his dash. And if we take a look bot here, this is what I was watching right now, because I'm just free farming. You have to always keep in mind that if you're farming, you shouldn't really just be focusing on farming. You should focus on other lanes. So I knew that bot was kind of getting screwed here. So I knew that me, Hecarim, Irelia were doing alright. If we look at... There it is. So Hecarim was 2 kills. I had an assist. I was up about 5 CS at this point. Ezreal was getting dumpstered. But that was okay, because, he's not meant to win that matchup this early. And you'll see me sometimes randomly W the wave. It's more just a habit, not a great one I've picked up. It's just waste my mana. It doesn't really push the lane that much faster as well. Another thing to note on Swain is that you want to try and, queue, low minions, together. Don't just use it for 1 or 2. Use it for at least 3, I reckon. Because it's, It gives you back mana whenever you kill a unit. And so if you set it up for a certain amount of units, you can get back all the mana you used on your queue. So yeah, so you see I tried to set it up, but I screwed it up and I missed 2 minions. Some viable starts on Swain are like Dark Seal, Corrupting, Doran's Ring, and that all and Doran's Shield sometimes, but usually you won't really need it. I guess against Corki or something you might, but it's really a preference thing if you're going to take Doran's Shield or Corrupting Pot. I usually go Corrupting Pot if I need to, because, you know, it's good against matchups where you need to use a lot of mana, like against, you know, like a AD caster, not necessarily like an assassin, but like a Renekton, even though I don't really think it's great to pick Swain into Renekton. Or Aatrox. Aatrox, you win that matchup pretty easily. Because if you just sidestep his Qs, he's just, like, against Swain, he's just so bad. Because your ult is pretty much the opposite to his. His ult is so he can, like, live, yours is to sustain. I guess that's not opposite, but, you know, you get what I mean. Like, your ult helps you live, his ult... Someone's ganking you. So say Hecarim's here, and he's ganking me here, right? The best way for me to set up that gank is for me to stand here. I did it earlier. Yeah, if you go back and watch that, I did it earlier. I stood like towards here. I moved from this side to this side so that she would instinctually go here. It's just like an instinctual thing. People just look. So I'm saying here, she goes up there, which is bad. Actually, well, it's not terrible right now because I have like 2 pieces of vision and 1 here, so it doesn't matter which side I play to. I can kind of see everything. But yeah, keep in mind I don't know where Mumu is right now, which isn't good. You should always try to have an idea, but I haven't really, like, you know, I wasn't really tracking him. I was more concerned about like getting 3-manned by Naut in the Mumu, so I was kind of just watching bot most of the time because, you know, Nautilus is pretty OP. So see my wait, I just want to rewatch this because that I don't know how like this gank even happened. I ulted really late. I should have ulted as soon as he came. Do I die? No, I don't. Okay. So yeah, that was pretty bad. Let's go back and rewatch that. I played that really poorly. So if we go back here, what's my pink ward? What happens to my pink ward? I place it here. Okay. This was really stupid. There is no reason for me to place this pink ward here. Do you know why? Look at this, okay? Renekton's about to die, okay? That means if a Mumu was topside, he would already be here, like before, okay? I already have a ward here. I have this vision. They just want to fight, right? So why wouldn't the Mumu be there with them, right? Either he's on his pod side, but we knew his, what's it called, was up. We knew his red was up, so I was like, he's probably topside. I placed the pink in this bush, which has a pink right, like, it was, okay. It's just a really bad ward, okay? And the way you should play this, as soon as I see him, I should ult and sidestep this way. Yep. See, I don't know why I go down again. I tried to dodge, like, his vision, but I should have gone towards the minions, because you heal off minions, right? See how much damage I do to him here? Oh, I mean, it takes 2 tower shots, but I still do a lot of damage. I decided to stay. I don't really need to back. I mean, unless they, like, get really close to me. I should have stood closer so I could pull them in, but I guess it's okay. Let's just take a quick look at my build. I go for Rod of Ages first, which is pretty standard. You know, Rod of Ages is just like a super good item on Swain. The health and mana is the most important. Don't worry about the AP part of it. The health and mana is so good because Swain just ends up doing a lot of damage from all his items anyway. It's kind of like Ezreal mid, right? Well, he's like the Ezreal of mid, kind of, but he's good in, you know, most stages of the game. Once you get Roa, you're just going to get so strong. And their team to build against is kind of weird, you know? Like, I'm still trying to figure out why I was building second this game. But it'll make sense once I start building Armguard. See, there's a ward there. I see him. Thank you, Hecarim. I could go Armguard and then go into Banshee's Veil since they have Amumu's going AP. And then Nautilus obviously does a little bit of AP. So that's 3 AP champs. If I go Banshees, I can mitigate that. And if I go the Arm guy, I can mitigate these 2 guys. So that's good too. But yeah, right now I'm focusing on farming. As you can see, I'm not farming great. Oh, I'm farming pretty decent, but like I should have more. He's a little skirmish. I play this not the best I can, but you know, we end up winning it. I mean, I think I could have played it a lot better. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. because my ult hit partially that the guard into Banshees. And that's because on Swain, you're like a frontline champion, right? You're gonna ult and you're gonna run into their team. At least 3 people you want to hit with your ult. You shouldn't try to assassinate people, okay? Even though that's kind of what I do. It's not what you're meant to do. You're meant to try to get as many people as possible in your ult. And that's why some people take Aftershock, even though it's not that great anymore on him. Aftershock is pretty good. But as you see, like on champs like Lissandra Rise, it's kind of gotten worse since they nerfed it on, non-tanks. But yeah, so you want to just survive as long as possible in fights. And one way to do that is just build kind of tanky, which is why you go Roa instead of like, Loon's Echo. Loon's Echo is more of like a 3rd, 2nd item if you want just flat damage. There's like 3 flat damage items Swain can get after like his first. Oh, this is a bit lucky. Yeah, okay, so this guy has like a 100k shutdown. I didn't even realize I was going to be running into her. So, sorry, not 1000. I guess it was 850, but yeah. And we get a nice pull on this guy. And yeah, we help bot get 2 kills, which are really good for them. And I go split bot. Usually, I think I've mentioned this in my other videos as well on Talon. If bot takes a tower or loses tower, or if you take tower, you should, and if you're mid, you should switch with bot so that you can get some free farm and XP without the risk of the jungler attacking you, because they're 2 people, and since if it's mid and then, it makes sense. It's just safer for them. The lane is easier to run out of. The tower's closer to them. All the good stuff for your bot lane. And especially if they're behind, they'll help them a lot. Especially if you're ahead, because you can, self-sustain. And this is, oh my god, this back was... Dude, that back was too lucky. I should have backed a little sooner, but it's fine. It worked out. I actually do that a few times this game. So yeah, I'm just free farming bot at this point. If you see, I bought my Banshees. So yeah, I'm doing exactly what I said I would do, which is great because, this is the type of game for that. So I keep shoving in bot, try to make as much pressure so that I can get that mid tower as possible. I run away, get some damage off on Zaya. Half health though with like 2 abilities. So yeah, I'm just trying to get farm at this point. Like if we take a look at how much farm I have 162, which is, I should have like 20 more, maybe 12 more CS or something at this point. But yeah, it's okay. It's not the worst thing that's ever happened. I'm still up everyone in the game, which is great. But you wanna like focus on yourself. Don't like try to match others. Just try to be the best that you can CS. So you should aim for 20 minutes. You should have like 190, 187, something like that. Like so you have like near 10 per minute. I used to have that CS, but I guess once I stopped playing as frequently, I lost the ability to CS. So we decided to fight this. I'll go play by play in a second, but look at me. I try to get as central as I possibly can. So I go towards... I shouldn't have flashed that way. I should have flashed towards Renekton. But yeah, see, I go through 3 people and I ult all of them. So your ult does so much damage if you have max stacks, right? If we go back 15 seconds, right? Here's me. I heal because I thought I was closer to this guy, but don't worry about that, right? I ult, and I thought I was getting all these people, but I wasn't. So yeah, look at me. I get a lot of good, it's just such a good position for me. Look, I'm getting 3 people right now. I missed my Q somehow, I'm not really sure. But look, I think I tried to E her, but I missed. Or I flashed here and tried to E him. You want to use your E as much as possible in fights. Here, I should have flashed between them. It would have been smarter, right? Because the Mumu would have to flash away rather than towards my Mumu. Or towards my Israel. And then I get a nice ult because I had max stacks. Okay, this is important to note on Swain. You are a pick mid laner. Like, that's like kind of what you're meant to be good at, is getting picked. So I get a nice grab on her and pull her into my W like I said before. Ezreal gets a nice combo and we just kill her here, I believe. I think he... Oh, yeah, nice. And then this is a nice ult. Pushes them this way. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, the fear didn't work for some reason. Don't know if you get him. No, you don't. You die. But yeah, that's better for us as I was doing before. I got sorcerer shoes, and the reason I did that was because I didn't really need more resistance. I was pretty tanky. If you saw that last fight, I didn't take that much damage. So I was like, okay, more damage since I'm ahead. So I went sorcerer shoes. and then I went Haunting Guys. The reason I'm doing this is because they have a lot of carries who have lots of health. Or not carries, they have a lot of chances who have lots of health. And what Liandry's does, it does more damage to champions with more health, right? So Renekton has a lot of health. Obviously, Black Cleaver, Spear of Shojin both give him health. Then there's this, Moral Anomicon, and Amumu's generally tanky, so he gets health anyway, just based off his scaling. Not really for Orianna, but I guess the damage kind of affects her. Not really for Xayah, because she's a squishy. Really for Nautilus, because he's also a tank. So yeah, that's my itemization there. Because I already knew I did enough damage to like the likes of Xayah and such, so yeah. So we're just skirmishing mid, we're just shoving in. We're kind of being weird right now, because we should be, you know, pushing other lanes, but we're not. I take it ult here. I'm not going to really break that down, that was kind of dumb. Like, I don't know why we were fighting mid for like a kill on Renekton. It was just, see, we just lost a Pike, which is bad. I think I almost died. Yeah, I almost died as well, which isn't great. But we end up winning this fight, which is okay. But we should, right now, honestly, what we should have been doing is Aurelia should have been top. I should have been bot, shoving this in. We both don't have TP, so it doesn't matter who's splitting. And then 3 of them should have been mid, okay? Because if you assume that everyone's going to go to their independent laner, right? Our 3 is better than their 3. So Nautilus, Xayah, Amumu versus Pike, Ezreal, Hecarim. At this point, our 3 is better than theirs, because Amumu doesn't do that well when you go AP and he's kind of feeding, right? Ezreal has an escape, so, you know, he's pretty good. Pike against Xayah, yeah, Pike's just, you know, good against Xayah. Nautilus can't really lock down one of these two. Hecarim can just one-shot Xayah and zone Amumu Nautilus with ults. So, yeah, like, these 3 are better than their 3. And I can beat Swain. I can beat Swain. I can beat Ori or Renekton in a 1v1 because I have resistances to both and I do a lot of damage. And Aurelia, it doesn't matter who she goes against. Actually, preferably, I'd get Renekton since she could get clapped by Renekton. Yeah. So we decided to do Baron here. We take it pretty quickly. Yeah, we do. And the fight was really simple. We just, you know, we just collapse on them and they die. So I got my Liandry's, and I believe I'm going for a Zhonya's now. So I'm just finishing my Zhonya's, and that's for team. This is kind of bad that, look, so what my team should be doing isn't skirmishing in the jungle right now, because they have Orianna, they have Nautilus, they have Amumu, right? We only have like Hecarim and I guess me for like, and we're not that great at it. It's so in tight spaces like this, right? There's certain champions which excel. They have 3 champions which really excel at tight spaces. We do not have that many that are that good at tight spaces. So 1 person should be top right now. 3 should be mid. I should be the only one bot with Baron, okay? But, yeah, alas, we do not do that, which isn't great. I ult. This is good. I ulted as soon as I got caught. This is good Zhonya's as well, just so I can, you know, mitigate some damage. I get a nice kill over the wall. I missed that E. If I landed it, it would have been a lot better. But yeah, I was confident in, you know, what I was about to do because my ult does so much damage. We kill this Renekton after I get another catch. As I said, it's like an important thing on Swain is you have to get as many catches as you can. I believe this is where heal saves me. Look at this heal. Yeah, I heal myself and I live. Yeah. See, heal. Ended up paying off like 2 fights in this game. So yeah, I hope you guys took away some important notes from this game. On how to play in like the plat elo. This might work in gold as well, but gold is a little less, you know, based on macro. It's more based on, you know, just mechanical play. But yeah, if you're plat, like plat 4, plat 3, plat 2, I think this will help you a lot. Especially, I think Swain has a skill cap similar to Vladimir's, maybe a little higher. A little higher than intermediate, just between, like, he's like between Izzy and Vlad, I guess, like that difference. He's there because you have some important skill shots like a W and E you have to land, and you have to know your positioning on your ult, or else, you know, you're going to be useless in fights and such. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and have a good day.